Now we're calling people on the carpet. Every week, there's at least one person that we like to call on the carpet, and these are folks who've been doing bad things. This is not a good thing to get called on the carpet. And this week I'm calling on the carpet the UNCF.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
about that story. Yeah.
This has just been a bad look from day one. Unfortunately, Michael Lomax, who's the president of the UNCF, president and CEO, accepted a $25 million donation from the Koch brothers. If you guys are not familiar, needless to say, this is one of those situations where political things have crossed over into the mix here, and it's not a good look. One of the largest gifts that they've ever received, people took to Twitter to express their outrage. One of the tweets was, UNCF literally sells their souls to the devil, accepting checks from the Koch brothers without knowing their evil history. Craziness. Another tweet read, Koch donation to UNCF tells children everywhere that money is first and integrity is unnecessary. Sends the wrong message, period. That's exactly how I feel. I mean, this is just, you're influencing kids, you're telling them that the ends justify the means, money is the root of all, and it's really a bad, bad signal. A little bit of background, let me just say quickly on the Koch brothers. According to the Progressive Center in Media Discovery, Charles Koch, who was once a member of the John Birch Society. I mean, this is a guy who, a far-right group, you know the deal. This is a guy who was saying that Martin Luther King Jr. was a communist. I mean, these guys are just bad news. Another clown, Charles Murray of the Bell Curve. He was a co-writer of the Bell Curve.
Oh, the Bell Curve.
You remember that?
Yeah, the Blacks and Latinos.
Okay,
yeah,
way back. I mean, this is a guy who was saying blacks and Latinos are innately intellectually inferior to white people. He was a guest speaker at the Koch retreat. I mean, these are the people that you signed up with now, Michael Lomax. It's not a good thing. And last but not least, AFSCME, which is the largest union of predominantly black members, I should say, American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, the largest, and these guys have cut ties. They've severed their relationship with the UNCF. They were giving internships, plenty of money, seven-figure money, and they said, look, if you're going to tie up with the Koch brothers, we're out. So, I mean, if that wasn't a red flag, I don't know what else to say. But the biggest part for me is they've got their Evening of Stars telethon coming up.
Right.
They got a ton of celebrities that are getting behind it. And, you understand that black celebrities in particular want to lend their name to it. They want to contribute. They want to perform. It's a good, it's a good look. But now that you're tied to an organization like the Koch brothers, I think these celebrities need to re-educate themselves and understand exactly what they're doing, because by proxy, you're endorsing their ideological fervor, and it's just not something where at some point, as an organization like the UNCF, 70 years or almost, they've got to say, this is a line we're not going to cross over. All money is not good money.
I read in the New York Times that Mr. Lomax said that he's looking for new donations. He's looking for a new kind of investor.
Sure.
I think that we need to invest more in those organizations so that they won't have to
No doubt.
feel that they need to go to these different organizations.
Sure.
Because I think what happens with the Koch brothers, they tell you how you give the money. So the situation is not going to the historically black colleges.
Right.
They're going to any, and it's not even to benefit black and brown people. No,
Right.
it's anybody can get it now. So it's nationally, that's like a little.
No, that's the whole thing, though. I mean, whenever you get in bed with these guys, there's strings attached.
Yeah,
these
strings
guys are
attached,
not making these donations out of benevolence. And, and I think, really all of the allegiances or alliances have to be investigated. They're down with the Gates Millennium Foundation.
Right.
And, I know Bill and Melinda Gates have this aura of beautiful, benevolence. They're generous.
You don't believe it?
I'm sorry. These guys are also dictating that the scholars that get those scholarships don't have to, they all have to do is go to an accredited U.S. school. Doesn't have to be a historical black college.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be black students. They're also in bed with the Walton family. Now, why are all these billionaire white families all of a sudden want to tie their boat to the UNCF? That's because they want to control what's going on there, and sadly,
and the educational dollars, right? Because
right,
because if the historically black colleges are not getting the fundings, then they're going to close their doors eventually.
Well, you're right. I mean,
domino effect.
Right. Michael Lomax and the other, civil rights organizations, they need to redouble their efforts in terms of getting money from
and
the
grassroots.
tweeters.
What about all those people that tweeted, send $5?
Right. Well, I'm saying, I think in terms of him looking for, the problem is everybody, whether it's, I'm sorry, Al Sharpton, got to put you on blast, Mark Morial, Ben Jealous of NAACP, you can't just take checks from anybody. You need to vet these folks. You need to know exactly what line you're crossing. And you need to make more of an effort to use these celebrity ties that you have to get more information out there, get more exposure out there. Because the truth of the matter is, until the telethon comes, I don't hear a whole lot about the UNCF.
Right.
To be quite honest. So
But
I don't
that's
know
their
what
biggest thing. So
it is.
You know, so they're not going to get media coverage, especially an organization that's been around for like 70 years.
Sure.
Think about that. So.
But they need to employ these celebrities to do more and get it out in front so they can get better. Because these are the kind of you got to have the courage of your convictions and say, you know what, I can't take this money because it just goes against everything that we're trying to build here with these young kids. I think it's a real shame.
He's unapologetic.
No, I know.
I read a couple articles about it, and he's like, what he said was, I take money from Michelle and Barack Obama.
Oh no,
and
sure.
I don't agree with some of their policies, but I'm still going to take that check.
Well,
and
there's no shortage of foolish statements coming out of his mouth. Okay, I don't know what that's got to do with the price of tea in China.
Exactly.
I mean, the bottom line is that he's had to speak at these Koch retreats and put himself on the lined up with these guys. It's not a good look. He's going to lose more than he gains. And $25 million doesn't mean anything if you don't control it. The Koch brothers now have 2 people on the board who make decisions about where the money goes and the scholars that are going to be brought in.
Really?
Oh, yeah. No, there's strings attached with all of these foundations.
Oh, okay.
So it's not a good look. I'm really disappointed. But needless to say, we're going to keep an eye on it, and we're going to keep you guys abreast of what's going on. And let us know what you think, obviously. Tweet us. Let us know. Come to our Facebook page. Go to our YouTube channel.
Wow.
What's the 411 entertainment news?